Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices. We'll look at the DAX, the FTSE and the AEX, and with the DAX here on the daily chart, we're looking at wave 3 here, and then we're looking for an A wave, a B wave and a C wave here for wave 4. It's also possible that wave 4 is already completed at this point here, and in that case the 5 waves that we're looking for up in wave C here will become wave 1, and then we'll look for an ABC correction for wave 2 here, and then we'll see a strong third wave move up through here. Whichever way it goes, we're not going to miss out, and we'll understand which one it is as we gather the evidence. So let's just drill in here for the 4-hour chart to start with. So in this case here, by the by, if we're looking at this move up through here in wave C of B here, then I can have this one and this one and this one and this one in green. But if we're looking for wave 1 here, then these would have to be lifted 1 degree into the minute degree. So blue wave 1, blue wave 2, blue wave 3, blue wave 4. Not that it matters at this stage in terms of counting to the upside here. And basically we're in wave 4 at the moment, going up to wave 5. And let's just go into, say, a 1-hour chart to work that a little bit. So from this wave 4 here, we've been looking at this move to the upside here. I've had an alternative count, but in a nutshell, wave 1 here and wave 2 here. I won't bore you to death, but all the way up for wave 3 here and wave 4. And then we were looking, last time we spoke, we were looking for 5 waves up here to make wave 5 of B here, or wave 1 here. So I'll just copy that here, put that there, clean that up, and it's gone 8 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time Australia, so we've got the opening for the DAX here, so we see that it's gapped up here. So we were looking at this as 1 and 2 and wave 3 and wave 4 and then wave 5 to move up here. So wave 5, in a nutshell, we need to see from wave 4 here to wave 5. We're looking for 5 waves in this little structure here as well. There's a couple of things that we can look at. First of all, in most 95% or more, whatever, we would expect to move above the top of wave 3 here, and that's what we have here at the moment. So it's possible that that's finished, but normally when we see a jump like that, we would see that being, I normally find the third wave comes into the top of the previous high here. So one wave, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, that will dance around here for a while, does all its sorts of things, and then move up from that point there. So I think that's where we are at the moment with that. We'll just go on to the tick chart here, and might need to get a bit more here. So we're looking for wave 4. I thought it's possible to have wave 4 in play in here, which I think is correct, with wave 1 here, wave 2 and wave 3 here. So look, in a nutshell, I was looking for a short trade here or a long trade here, but it's gapped up, so that's where it is at the moment. But like I mentioned, we need to look at this as wave 1 and 2 here and wave 3 here. So this can pull back 40% here in this space, come back and sit on here, but then we'll see a push higher in there. Also too, this correction was a little bit difficult to understand in these terms, so then I normally go over to the cash market, the physical market, and one thing I can see from this low here where our wave 4 was, so it's quite a clear count here. We can have this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1 here, back for wave 2, then up for wave 1 and back for wave 2 here. Or we can have this here as wave 1 here, an A wave here, and then a B wave into here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 for the C wave in here. It doesn't matter that much. What we're still left with though is we're left with this strong move up here, which we have to look as the wave 3. and then we can look at this as the A wave here, an A and a B and a C for the B wave here, the 1 and the 2 here, then the third wave down, the fourth wave and the fifth wave here, then up for 1 and back for 2, and then up for 3. So we can expect the cash market to gap open here. But the main thing that I take away here is that I know this is the third wave, so we're looking for a fourth wave to pull back, 38.2% or 40%, whatever, and then move up. So I know that we're not finished yet, and it was good to see. That's why I wanted to wait for 8 this morning to see how that panned out through here. And that's where that is. So the other markets are going to be quite similar as well. The AEX here, last time we spoke, this is where we were with this. I can tidy things up here a little bit now with this, I guess. So wave 4 was in here, bit low really compared to the top of wave 1 here. But sometimes you just got to make a kind of balanced approach with these things at this particular level and being pulled around by other markets. So once again we're looking for 1 and 2 in here. We think this is the third wave where we'll see an A and a B and a C wave here, and then up for 5 here to finish that off. And being this up here, we'll either have a bit wave B or wave 1, whichever way it is, it doesn't matter. We'll still expect that correction to come into play at that point. This brings us over to the next product, which is the FTSE. And with the FTSE here, I've had more of a bullish count with this, as you know, where it's different from the DAX. Now, it's possible that the DAX can fall into this particular count here. This is more of an Asian count here, but it just seemed the right thing to do. So that's what I'm doing. But I will know if I'm wrong or right, and not that it's a matter of being wrong or right, because it's more about being on the right side of the market at the right time. And it's okay to have other counts as long as you've got strategies in play. So we still know that from wave 4 here, we're looking up for wave 5 here, and then we'll see an ABC correction. So it's the same in the other markets as well. We'll expect some downside. But as this progresses through here, this type of correction here, I'll be able to see if it's a wave 4, and if we get some confirmation that we're going to be moving high, well, then we'll go with that, And then we'll also do that with the DAX if we have to as well. So I think it's okay to to have this in play, so to speak, having a different count here. So if I go to maybe the 4-hour chart, we'll see that bigger count come into play, which is this one here. So when we get up to here somewhere, we'll see this ABC here for this one, and then up to here. And then, I mean, it's quite a bigger count in a way, So so we'll see. But our main job is to count the last 5 up here. So if you're long, when that finishes, then we need to be looking for the turn at that particular point. Alrighty, I'm just going to leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.